Yeah.
All right, so I kind of blur 4.2, 4.3, and 4.4 all together. Basically, all of chapter 4 is just solving for the x-intercepts. And we learned how to do it through factoring. You can do it, we learned with the quadratic equation, negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. There's another method through completing the square, but I'm not going to get into that one a whole lot today. So we'll just focus on some word problems, and it's up to you if you want to factor it or if you want to use the quadratic equation. All right, so the word problems, unless, remember, it says max or min. If we're talking to max or min, what are we looking for? The vertex, right? And you would do that by either completing the square or knowing that p equals negative b divided by 2a, right? Today, if it doesn't state, like if it's just looking for a value, that's your x-intercept. Okay? And we'll use either the quadratic formula or factoring. All right? So the first one I'm going to do, I'm not going to write this out, but it's example 4. 252.
Could we have the ski trip students come down to the office because the ski trip students will come to the office?
On page 252, these are a classic example. All right. All right. So hey, check it out. Leah wants to frame an oil original painting on canvas measuring 50 centimeters by 60 centimeters. So she has a painting. Something like this and this. Oh, I'm not going to put that there. 50 centimeters by 60 centimeters. Okay. Now she wants to frame it. So we know before framing, she places the painting on a rectangular mat so that a uniform strip of the mat shows on all sides of the painting. So she places it on a mat, and it's a uniform length on all sides. Like that, okay? So this measurement's the same as this measurement, same as this measurement, same as this measurement. Okay? The area of the mat is twice the area of the painting. How wide is the strip of exposed mat showing on all sides of the painting to the nearest tenth of a centimeter? Okay? So, we know that this length here is the same all the way around, so we could say that this length here is x centimeters. Alright? And it's going to be x here for this part to this part, x here for that part to that part, and x there for that part to that part, okay? So it's the same measurement all the way around. So this is, let's say, 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters. Okay, we also know that the area of the mat is twice the area of the picture, right? So we know the area of the picture, I'm going to do that in blue. Remember, length times width, so that's going to be 60 times 50, right? So the area of the picture, so I'll put A with a P subscript, is going to be 3,000 centimeters squared. Yeah, okay, good. And now, so that means my area of the mat, it's going to be twice that, right? Twice, double 3,000? It's 6,000 centimeters squared, okay? So far, so good? Now, if we wanted to calculate, so we need to find what this x value is, right? If I was to take this whole measurement from here to here. I know it's 50 centimeters across, right? It's this length here. Plus, oh, shoot, I ruined it. I ruined the surprise. 50 plus. I got a length of x here and a length of x here. So it's x plus x, which is 2x. So it's 50 plus 2x. Yeah, sorry, for this length here.
Okay.
Okay. No, they're not brackets. If I wanted to measure from here to here, I know it's 60 centimeters plus x plus x. So it's 60 plus 2x. Who has questions? This is the time to ask. We're all okay with that? Yeah? Okay. First time you've seen this, I get it?
Yeah. Just because you're adding the x is important, right?
Right.
There's two of them.
I love border questions.
I don't.
Alright. Sometimes they can be a picture frame. Sometimes it could be an edging around a garden. It can be a pathway around a playground. So many possibilities for a question. But it's always the same general idea. Okay?
Is that like a hint, like for the quiz?
Quiz, test, you know.
Oh, I like that.
Okay. Now, so if I want to calculate x here, I'm going to go back to the area of the mat equals length times width, right?
What's SSA stand for?
SSA, side angle. SSA.
You wrote yes, that's
And everyone giggles.
Side.
Yeah.
No, it's the angle side.
Or it could be side angle side or angle side side.
angle
I'm going to fill in values now that I know. I know my area is 6,000. I know that value because I found it here, right? I'm going to plug in these two guys here. So I know my length is 60 plus 2x times my width, which is 50 plus 2x. Okay? That's the hard part. I've set up the equation now. Now I can work this out and then probably use, I'm going to say the quadratic equation to solve for x. Okay? Sorry, I'm just going to scroll because I'm going to need some room here. First thing you do now that you set up your equation, you do your distribution or your FOIL, okay? I'm going to continue it down from here. 6,000 equals. Okay, so I just did the multiplication. I didn't combine any like terms or anything like that, okay? How are you feeling so far? Groovy? Okay, now I'm going to combine like terms. These two can go together. I can bring the 6,000 over and put it to that. Because remember, to find for x, you got to make it equal to 0, right? So it's 0 equals. And I'm just going to rearrange the order because I like it like that. Can I do that?
Take a 4 out. Yeah, I can.
Good. I'll take a 4 out. Let me finish this, okay? So if I take a 4 out of everything, Now you don't have to do this step to use the quadratic equation. It just makes your number smaller. All right. So it makes it a little bit easier to use your calculator with. It's not a huge thing. It's not like necessary to do this. You can still do everything with your calculator and it'll work just fine. So now I take all of this. So my A value is 1, my B is 55, my C is negative 750, and I'm going to plug it into boom. All right.
Is that 4A of the building?
Oh, 2A. All right, so I'm going to do all of this here real quick. Oh, that's negative 750. Make sure you watch your signs. Very common mistake. 55 squared plus 4 times 750. Am I going too fast here, guys? Okay. Now you don't need to show all this work. I'm just doing it because I can. Square root of 6,025 is now the reason I got a 77.6 there as a decimal is the question asked for the nearest 10 on a centimeter. So I'm just keeping it with that. Now, I'm going to get two possibilities. One's going to be negative, one's going to be positive. Do I want the negative answer? No. Good, because you can't take a negative or a measurement of a negative, right? So my width on my border is 11.3 centimeters. That's the right answer.
I hope so.
Me too. Okay. Just a lot.